Welcome to Lair the Alchemist, where we discuss all things heavy metal and hard rock. On today's episode, I thought I would try something different. I am going to rank in order from least favorite to favorite songs on Def Leppard's 1983 Pyromania album. I already did a video on this record, so I'm not really going to talk about the history of it and my overall thoughts on it. I'll leave the link down below to that original video. Comes out in 1983. It's the album that breaks Def Leppard big. They become all over MTV. They're all over the radio. Second album with Mutt Lange. Mutt Lange comes in and polishes up their sound. For some people, too much, but it does break them into a bigger, wider audience. This is the album that just explodes for Def Leppard. A bunch of big radio and MTV hits off of this. Okay, so we've got 10 songs on the album. It starts with Rock Rock Till You Drop, then Photograph, then Stage Fright, Too Late for Love, Die Hard the Hunter, Side 2. Opens with Foolin, then Rock of Ages, Coming Under Fire, Action Not Words, and Billy's Got a Gun. So 10 songs. Here's from my least favorite to my favorite. I do really like this record, so there isn't any songs like that I hate on it. There's a couple that I could sort of live without. They're sort of maybe, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10s for me. All right, so my least favorite song on the record is Billy's Got a Gun. The song just doesn't do anything for me. It's not quite catchy enough, and there's so much other stuff on this record. Whether you like it or not, there's big hooks on this album, and this one just sort of goes by. And it's the last song on the record, which is sort of a shame because this is so many great songs on this record to sort of go out on this forgettable note. For me is disappointing. It's cool. I like the way the song ends and has that repeated, whatever that is, noise. It sounds like a slow moving record or something that just keeps repeating. That's kind of cool, but it's sort of a letdown that the album ends on this song that just to me doesn't feel very catchy. It isn't very memorable. It never really gets off the ground. Number 9 for me is Action Not Words. I don't really like the verse in this. The chorus is kind of fun, but it just sort of goes by. The riffs aren't particularly memorable in it. The main riff isn't super catchy for me, so it comes in at number 9. Number 8, Rock of Ages, the song, second song on side 2. What ruins this song for me, I think the chorus in this song is great. I love the way it drops down from the verse, and it's like, Rock of Ages. The chorus is really great, but I don't like the intro. I don't like that drum beat. I don't like that spoken word thing. I do not like the verses in it. This is a spot where the production to me sounds dated. The drum sound is very processed. I just don't like it. The verse is silly, almost the way Joe Elliott is singing. It's like he has like a character voice or something. So it just sort of ruins the song for me. But the chorus is great in it. When the chorus comes up, it is really cool. But the verse and the intro and everything just drop it down on the list for me. All right, number 7, Coming Under Fire. This is pretty cool. I like the chorus in it. The main riff is pretty decent. It's really the chorus that saves this song for me. So it just beats out Rock of Ages for me at number 7. Number 6, this might be a surprise. Maybe for some people this would have been lower on the list. Others it's probably higher. But Photograph. I'm not going to deny this is a fantastically well-written hard rock, melodic rock, rock pop, whatever you want to call it song. It was the biggest song off the record, I would say, for them. The video, maybe I'm a little burnt out on the song. The intro riff is super catchy. The chorus is really great. This is a great example of Mutt Lange. It sounds like there's a million dudes singing in the chorus. This type of production where just his thing of just these big choruses, making the choruses feel like they're sort of, lifting up. But when I originally did my list here, this song was a lot higher on my list. In fact, I had it at number 2. But as I was started to listen to the record, it just kept dropping down on my list because the other songs ahead of it here, I just think are stronger. All right, number 5 for me is Die Hard the Hunter. I really like this one. This ends side 1. This felt like if this had ended the record, it would have been a much better end for the record. As it stands, it's really cool. I like sort of the darkish vibe to it. I love like the middle section has like some key changes and like some melodies from the guitar, almost Iron Maiden-ish feeling like at times. So it's a cool song with a lot of different sections in it. The riffs are really cool. The chorus is really neat. There's even, I think, like some synth stuff in it to really add to the feel of the song. I like the sound effects and everything in it too. I think are really cool. Okay, number 4 for me is Rock Rock Till You Drop, the song that opens up the record. The intro to me of this song is super cool. I think it's a great way to start the record. It's almost classical like sounding, and then when that main riff kicks in, it's very driving. It's very new album-ish, even though Def Leppard at this point was doing everything they could to distance themselves from the new wave of British heavy metal. But that main riff is a super cool riff, and the chorus is really catchy. It's got some great guitar playing in it, so it ranks up this high for me for the drive. And this is an example where the production really works. That intro sounds great. It's got a nice warm sound to it. All right, number 3, Too Late for Love. I like this one because of the mood of it. It's kind of a dark ballad. I love the way the verse sort of drops down and the way the song builds, and it just has this sort of minor key feel to it. I like the guitar interplay in it. I think the chorus is really catchy. The way it moves around in the verses and the dynamic between the verses and the choruses, I think, are great. All right, number 2 for me is Stage Fright. I've always loved this one. The fake crowd noise at the beginning to make it sound like it's a live song. There aren't a whole lot of songs on here that I would say are aggressive. This is probably the most aggressive riff on this, maybe the most metal riff on this. The verse riff here, it's pretty driving, it's pretty fast. Joe Elliott sings it kind of aggressively. The chorus, again, this is this thing on a lot of these songs where the chorus just sort of opens up and it's just this big hook. It's got a great hooky chorus. It's really fast and driving in the verse, and then it opens up in the guitar on the chorus. I like the guitar playing on it. It's, like I said, probably the most metal song on the album. Maybe that in here, my number 1 pick, which is Foolin. I've always loved this song. The acoustic guitars in it, I think, are great. It's real kind of moody. I love the pre-chorus thing. Is there anybody out there? That's just great. I mean, that's a hook in itself. The way the chorus, the feel sort of changes in the chorus. It's super catchy. The guitar playing in it is just great. And the way it builds up and then drops back down into the way the verses drop down again. It's just an awesome song. It's got a bunch of different little layered things. You put headphones on, there's all these layers to the song. So it's a fantastic song. Definitely my favorite song. Maybe one of my favorite Def Leppard songs. All right, so there you go. Ranking the songs on Def Leppard's Pyromania. Let me know how you guys would rank the songs. And maybe if you don't want to rank all of them, maybe just your favorites or your least favorites or what you think of my ranking. Where would you have put Photograph on this list? Okay, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know some other albums too that you might want me to go and rank the songs on the record. I have some other ones in mind coming up. Okay, and until we see you again, make sure you rock till you drop.